The latest suggestion in the Spanish media, Paolo, is that he could be coming to Real Madrid, with Gareth Bale going the other way.
Yeah, it's a fascinating suggestion, isn't it? I mean, we've been talking all summer and longer about Gareth Bale's future. He's obviously not someone who's high on Zinedine Zidane's list. The fans in Manchester, I'm sure, will be delighted to see Gareth come back and sort of play in the Premier League again. And I think it would be fun to see what he can do at this stage of his career in the Premier League. The pace is obviously still there. I just don't know. I just don't know how realistic this still is, because it's one of those things that's been floated in the papers in Spain, but I haven't got a good handle on whether or not this is a sort of suggestion that's really sort of been taken seriously between the two clubs at the moment. It's a romantic idea. I like it. I like the idea of Bale back in the Premier League, and United, who wanted him from Tottenham all that time ago, finally getting their guy. But whether or not it's an actual transfer with legs, I'm too early to say for me.
Imagine how happy Real Madrid would be if they could get this done.
They would be incredibly happy. But Gareth Bale has said that, you know what, I'm staying here. And even if it means that I'm just going to play golf for the remainder of my time here, that's what I'm going to do. Now, here's the other thing. Paul Pogba has been openly flirting with, I got to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that somewhere else, that flirtation has been with Real Madrid and Zinedine Zidane. And so he wants to go, but Gareth Bale is the one that's holding a lot of the cards here.
How hard would you push if you were United?
Not very hard. No. I see.
Because it's not Gareth Bale from 4 years ago.
And that's where Manchester United has to be very, very careful. And the one reminder I would give Manchester United is, right now you're wondering how come that Alexis Sanchez is playing well for Chile and not for us.
Yeah.
And you have that in front of you as part of your reality, your current reality as a club. You potentially could have a second version of that with Gareth Bale, in that a guy that may struggle for fitness, and if he does get injured, it's not like you're going to say, well, you know, we got unlucky, we got unfortunate that he got injured. He's been injured for the last 3 years. So you should know that that comes with part of the package. And if I were Manchester United, I would stay away from this, even though it looks sexy from the outside looking in.
Meanwhile, let's talk about Lukaku, shall we, Paolo? Suggesting he wants showdown talks with Solskjaer, obviously. Rashford getting that new deal only last week. He's going to Inter, isn't he?
I think so, but there's still a lot to be worked out. I mean, everyone is talking on both sides of this, in England and Italy. Everyone is talking about the parties want this done before United start their tour on the 7th of July. They're heading off to Australia. It's also when Inter start their pre-season training. Look, there's no question Antonio Conte wants him. He's the #1 target for Inter this summer. There's no question that United will be open to selling him at the right price. The issue is that Inter don't have that amount. 70 million euros is the sort of ballpark we're talking about. Don't have it liquid at the moment. They've got it tied up in theory, in the idea that you can get rid of Mauro Icardi and bring in a good transfer fee for him, that you could perhaps include him in a part exchange. But so far, it seems United have been very resistant to the idea of taking on Icardi. And Icardi, in the meantime, has told Inter, hey, actually, I don't want to leave. I've never said I want to leave. I like it in Milan. I like it in Italy. And you can't make me go. None of which helps you to sell a player who already has a lot of red flags to his name in the eyes of a lot of big clubs in Europe. I've said it on this show over and over again. Icardi is a tremendously talented striker, and I think that someone, if they can get it done, will get a very good price on him this summer and perhaps could turn his career back on the right course. But until that happens, I don't know how Inter can get this across the line. I don't believe they can suddenly produce 70 million euros to spend in a sort of, in a cash sense. I don't think they have that currently. So, especially when they have got other targets as well. So, I think my hunch is it'll happen, but I don't think it's going to happen nearly as soon as some people think it might, with this sort of notional deadline of, let's try and get this done before the tour starts.